What's going on, guys? We're back here today with another fantasy basketball mock draft. Today we're doing a points league second overall pick. Before we get into the video, please do leave a like, comment, subscribe, especially if this video helped you out with your fantasy draft. So Jokic went first overall. We're going to grab Giannis here. I feel like in points league, he's undoubtedly the second. There is an argument to be made for Luka if you do feel like he's going to have a monster year, which I am inclined to believe in. So Luka could be a sneaky top 2 pick. However, I do see him going Jokic, Giannis, and Luka third overall. So let's grab Giannis here. There goes Luka, number 3, Curry 4, Embiid 5, Tatum 6, LeBron 7, Harden 8, Ja, LaMelo, Karl-Anthony Towns, and Trey finish up the first round. KD, Bradley Beal, Dame, Paul George, Sabonis, D-Book, Tyrese Halliburton, Zion, Jimmy Butler, and DeMar DeRozan go afterwards. Now, with Giannis on our team, there are players that are standing out to me, like Pascal Siakam, who averages 42 fantasy points a game. There's AD, projected 47. However, with AD, as the case always is, he is very fragile, gets injured a whole lot, and that really hinders his value. Obviously, if he's not playing, he can't get you fantasy points. Other players that I see down here, Kyrie Irving, really great scorer. Obviously, last year he didn't play as much because of the COVID protocol and everything like that. So this year, that's not an issue. So I do expect Kyrie to be playing a lot. And now having Ben Simmons, another playmaker, another amazing playmaker, I do expect Kyrie to get a whole lot of looks. And I'm really interested to see how that big three kind of plays out. I'm 100% going to grab AD here. I am going to take the risk on the injuries this time around. Bam and Siakam I really like as fantasy players, but it's really hard to pass up on someone like Kyrie. Oh no, Kyrie went, right, I forgot. There goes Kyrie and Shea. I would have loved to grab Kyrie here, but since he's gone, Pascal is looking like the pick here. Donovan Mitchell, I expect a little bit of a dip in production. DeJounte Murray as well. I know these are their projected stats, but I feel like the assist numbers here might be a little too high for Donovan Mitchell and DeJounte Murray as well. Actually, I could see DeJounte getting 6 assists. I feel like Trey might play more off ball here. But I'm going to go Siakam. I just love his versatility. I think he's one of the most underrated players in fantasy. So let's grab Siakam. And off the board next goes Donovan Mitchell, DeJounte Murray, Rudy Gobert, Bam, Kawhi, Vucevic, Garland, Evan Mobley, Fred VanVleet, Cade Cunningham, who I think is going to have a great year. He had a very under-the-radar rookie season, averaged like 17, 7, and 7, I think almost, or 5 and 5. And those numbers are only going to go up. Now he's going to the full-time backcourt next to Jaden Ivey. Sadiq Bey is there. Bojan Bogdanovic is there. They got Marvin Bagley, Jalen Duren. They have so many options offensively for Cade Cunningham to really get a lot of assists. I really like him a lot this year. There's Anthony Edwards, Julius Randle, Jared Allen, Brandon Ingram, De'Aaron Fox, Chris Paul, Jaylen Brown, Porzingis, DeAndre Ayton, and Christian Wood. Looking at our suggestions, Zach LaVine, Jrue Holiday are the top 2 guys here. Terry Rozier as well. I see Scotty Barnes all around that 37 through 40 fantasy points range. Players like Jakob Poeltl, Sengun are here. Sengun, I expect to be in the most improved race. I think he's in line for a huge bump in production, especially being the starting center now that Wood is gone. However, it's really hard to pass up on someone like Zach LaVine and Jrue Holiday for them. Now, I do have Giannis, so I am tempted to go away from Jrue Holiday, and I think I'm going to lean towards Zach LaVine. With Lonzo being out, I actually expect his assist numbers to see a little bit of a bump. Also with DeRozan as well. Caruso, DeSumo, Kobe White, they're not the greatest of playmakers. DeSumo's more defensive. Alex Caruso is also more defensive. And Kobe White is the more offensive scoring minded. But I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to grab Zach LaVine here just because I have Giannis. I don't want to grab Jrue Holiday. There goes Terry Rozier and Jakob Poeltl. And of course, the two guys they're suggesting to me, number 1 and 2, are Holiday and Middleton. And And then there's Scotty Barnes, and I already have Siakam. Early on, I don't like to have a lot of my star players be on the same team. And for that reason, I think I'm going to take a dip down here, and I'm going to grab CJ McCollum. Other players, like Jonas Valanciunas, not a bad pickup here. But I think his rebound numbers will go down with Zion Williamson being around, while CJ McCollum should probably see a boost in assist with Zion Williamson around. Yeah, so let's grab CJ. If I didn't have Giannis, I would probably go either Holiday or Middleton here. But like I said, I don't really like to stack up a lot of players on the same team early on. So let's grab CJ. There goes Robert Williams, Jonas Valanciunas, Clint Capella, Scotty Barnes, Miles Turner, Yusuf Nurkic, Draymond Green, Jrue Holiday, Middleton, Sengun, Paolo Banchero, Tobias Harris, John Collins, Jaren Jackson, Rashawn Holmes, Wendell Carter, Ivica Zubac, Jamal Murray, Al Horford, and Bobby Portis. I've noticed a lot of the bigs go really early on in these drafts just because of their rebound potential. Looking at our team so far, we have a pretty solid front court. We are missing like a small forward, but Zach LaVine could slot in there here and there. So really just some guard and wing depth is what we're looking for right now. I do see Ben Simmons here jumped out to me immediately, probably because such a great rebounder, such a great assist getter, and defensively 1.7 steals, about half a block a game. Won't really give you much in the three-point department, and might not score as much as you'd like every day. However, just that really versatile, does everything kind of guy really sticks out. And playing at the point guard, having someone get 7.8 rebounds is amazing, while also getting you 7 assists. And next up, I would love to grab Josh Giddey if he can make it through. For the same reasons as Ben Simmons, we'll get you a couple more threes. So let's go Ben Simmons here. And after Ben Simmons, there goes Brandon Clark and PJ Washington. So we're back here. Like I said, I would love to grab Josh Giddey here. D'Lo's another guy we could grab here. Jalen Brunson as well. I do see an uptick for him. Westbrook is someone I really like as well. I do think these numbers are a little underrated for him. I think he will have a much better season than this. However, I do feel like Josh Giddey might be the better pick here. Other players like Keldon Johnson, I expect a big year from. Tyrese Maxey, Jalen Green, all solid pickups. I'm going to grab Josh Giddey for the same reasons I grabbed Ben Simmons. There goes Marvin Bagley, Klay Thompson, Pokusevski, Mitchell Robinson, Bojan Bogdanovic, Westbrook, James Wiseman, Jalen Smith, Colin Sexton, Steven Adams, Keldon Johnson, Jalen Duren, Desmond Bane, Mo Bamba, Michael Porter Jr., Montrezl Harrell, Isaiah Stewart, R.J. Barrett, Andre Drummond, and Chris Boucher. Let's take a look at our team. So we do have a couple of our guards kind of getting in there now. Really missing some small forwards, wing depth on our team. Looking at our suggestions, I still see a lot of guards being shown to us right now. OG Anunoby is another solid pickup. Does play that small forward. Kyle Kuzma is also a great pickup. Projected 32 fantasy points, solid. D'Lo is projected a little bit more. I do think D'Lo's assist numbers might be a little higher this year. Yeah, he has Rudy Gobert. They did lose Patrick Beverly. Anthony Edwards probably take the next step. Karl Anthony Towns playing naturally power forward now. Might get a lot more open threes in the pick and roll with D'Lo. But there's also the pick and roll with Rudy Gobert that D'Lo could also take advantage of and lob it up to Gobert. Really solid. Jalen Brunson, I think his fantasy outlook over here is a little underrated as well. I could actually see Brunson going up to 20 points. A 6-7 assist seems pretty good. 1.5 threes. It's not a bad projection as well. And they both play point guard, shooting guard, which I do like the versatility. Especially looking at our team, we don't really have many. We do. Never mind. But it's never hurts to have too much versatility. OG Anunoby is another solid player. But he's someone that I think will be there the next pick. D'Lo, Jalen, I don't know. I think they'll be there as well. This is a tough one right here. 33 here. Kuzma most likely will not make it though, because he's a forward and they tend to go earlier. You know what? Let's go Brunson. Let's get the new New York Knick. And afterwards, there goes Claxton and JaVale McGee. So all the guys we wanted are still here. And I'm going to grab Kuzma here. Played really amazing when Bradley Beal was out. Now, obviously, is third on offense behind Beal and Kristaps. But Kuz did amazing. Shows his well-rounded game now. And I really think next to Beal and Porzingis, he's really going to get the opportunity to kind of show that off a little bit more. They're recommending OG above him. I do like OG. I just feel like Kuzma's rebounds and playmaking might help him get up there. And I think we already have Siakam, so I kind of want to grab someone else that's not on the Raptors. There goes Wiggins, D'Angelo Russell, Brogdon. Jeremy Grant would have been a great selection here as well for us. Isaiah Jackson, Kelly Olynyk, Kevin Love, Onyeka Okongwu, Walker Kessler also would have been a great pickup for us. Sadiq Bey, Mason Plumlee, Brook Lopez, OG, Thomas Bryant, Lonzo Ball, who's going to miss a lot of time, Buddy Hield, Devin Vassell, Karis LeVert, Gary Trent, and Daniel Gafford. Jalen Green and Kevin Porter Jr., this backcourt is really interesting. I feel like they're pretty inconsistent. At least last year they were, where some nights Kevin Porter Jr. would go off, some nights Jalen Green would go off, and there wasn't many nights where they both went off, so it's hard to pick between the two. I probably would pick Kevin Porter Jr. just because of his assist abilities, but I feel like Jalen Green's just going to take a huge jump this year, scoring-wise, that they might be underrating his fantasy value. So, you know what? Let's go Jalen Green. And there goes Gordon Hayward and Tyler Herro next. Now, we have a couple of options. Tyrese Maxey, who they're projecting to have 33. Kevin Porter's projected 36, but I don't want to have the Houston Rockets backcourt. Kyle Lowry's also here, 34. He did have a down year last time. I do expect his points. I think that's a good assumption for his points. His assist numbers might actually be higher, as well as three-pointers. Steals as well, so I think Kyle Lowry might be just a little bit underrated here. Maxey, I could also see getting him closer to 20 points a game, maybe 4 assists, 3 rebounds seems pretty good. If he could get 1 steal a game and maybe like 2.5 threes, I think Maxey's value will go not through the roof, but I think his value will be amazing. But I really like Kyle Lowry's ability for his assists, steals, and threes, so I want to go ahead and grab him here. Next up on the board was Jordan Poole, Dylan Brooks, Marcus Smart, Tyrese Maxey. Anthony Simons would have been a great pick here too. However, Portland does seem a little crowded now that Lillard is back. Jeremy Grant is there, Josh Hart, and Nurkic. There goes Dinwiddie, John Wall, KPJ, Kemba Walker, who's still a free agent, Jabari Smith, Franz Wagner, Norman Powell, Trey Jones, Mike Conley, Derek White, Josh Hart, Cole Anthony, Jalen Suggs, Keegan Murray, and Jaden Ivey. I see Mikal Bridges here. Solid choice. Looking at our suggestions, he is projected 30 fantasy points. Lauri Markkanen, another great one here. I'm actually thinking, do I take Lauri over Mikal right now? Mikal does give a lot defensively, and if there's no starting power forward in Cam Johnson, I'm assuming is going to start either at the 3 or the 4 next to Mikal. Unless they get a power forward back in the Jay Crowder deal, I think Mikal Bridges might be in line for much more rebounds and could spend a lot more time. If he improved his three-pointer, could be a little bit more impactful. Now, I do want to grab Lauri Markkanen just because I think he's going to have a scoring field day in Utah. Other players that are kind of interesting to me right now are really just between Bridges and Lauri. And I think Bridges is more likely to go before Lauri. Just because I think, yes, Lauri's scoring might go up. However, the rest of his stats probably won't contribute much. Bridges I really like this year, so let's grab him. And after Bridges, there goes Monte Morris and Kelly Oubre, which kind of really opens it up for us to grab Lauri Markkanen with our last pick. There goes Devontae Graham, Miles Bridges, Bogdan Bogdanovic, DeAnthony Melton, Aaron Gordon, Harrison Barnes, Victor Oladipo, Will Barton, Evan Fournier, and Chris Duarte. Got an A on this draft. Ben Simmons, Zach LaVine, CJ McCollum, Kyle Kuzma, Giannis, AD, Pascal Siakam, Josh Giddey, Jalen Brunson, Jalen Green, Kyle Lowry, Mikal Bridges, and Lauri Markkanen make up the team. Overall, I feel like we have a good set of proven players like Giannis. We are taking a risk with AD's health, and Ben Simmons. He hasn't played in so long. Josh Giddey coming back from injury. So we are taking a couple of risks here. Jalen Brunson on a new team. Kyle Lowry didn't play too good. But I expect a lot of bounce back years for someone like Kyle Lowry. Josh Giddey, he did amazing before he got injured. He should just be taking the next step, honestly. The biggest concern to me really is AD's health and Ben Simmons' play in Brooklyn. However, if Ben Simmons can play center and he could get somewhere like 16 or 14 even, if he could get 14 to 16 points while getting 7 to 8 assists and rebounds, I think Ben Simmons is a steal at his draft position. Overall, really like the team. Got a lot of sleepers like Lauri Markkanen. Jalen Green's not really a sleeper anymore, but I just expect a huge year for him. Same with Kuz and same with Ben Simmons. But that's all for this video. Please do leave a like, comment, subscribe, especially if this video helped you out, and I'll see you next time.